white.
Oh man, let's do it. True North Views Podcast, episode 98. Of course, we are Toronto's unofficial podcast discussing hip hop, R&B, and the culture. As usual, I go by the name of Harris.
You guys know me, Skirt Master, Mr. Triple Double No Assist himself, an NBA champion, and I'm hopping this turnstile, so I owe the TTC 70 millis.
Jeez.
You know what I'm saying? You can call me Just Shola.
And
I still not using this new intro. And as usual, we're giving you our views from the perspective of a couple of first generation Canadians. And
Wow. How convenient is that?
Where's my what I put as the I forgot what I put as the yay. T, yeah.
Oh, the kids. I'm like, what yay?
That one. Okay, I mean, before we start the show, of course, let's get into, even before the plug, how was your week? Let's plug first, actually. Let's plug first. So follow us, of course, at True North Views on Twitter, on Instagram. Visit us, www.truenorthviews.ca. The CA is important for the Canadian content, for staying true to the brand, for it allegedly being cheaper, although we cannot confirm nor deny that.
Who the fuck knows?
It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Baby?
And with the way the Canadian dollar is going, it might be more expensive.
It probably is right now.
That's neither here nor there. Now, like I said, how was your week, sir? How are you dealing with this coronita virus? COVID-19. Or as Trump says, we're not going to get ourselves in trouble.
Definitely not. By the way, just speaking of Trump, I don't like the man, but I think he's funny. I rate his ballsiness. Just to put it that way. I don't like him. Don't think he's fair or anything. Think he's racist, but I rate just the way he does shit. I'm going to just leave it at that. But how was my week?
Okay, how was your week?
Like we know, Toronto pretty much...
Well, the whole world. I mean, I don't think it's really just Toronto.
Well, I'm going to speak more about Toronto because that's where I am.
Fair enough.
We didn't go into shutdown, but went into state of emergency, which supposedly I thought was me shutdown, but no, just turns out no gathering more than 50 people, no takeout, or no, there is takeout, no sitting in restaurants.
But more so, how has it been impacting?
Oh, I'm getting there.
Fair, okay.
And because of all of this, a lot of people are told, social distancing or work from home. My work, we can work from home. But nah, come to the office. 8 to 5, Monday to Friday. So yeah, I was working when I could have been working from home.
Damn.
There's not much to do in the office.
They made you throw up 40 hours.
They did. 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
That sucks.
Going to work and coming back home. Like nothing's going on outside the world. But damn. So that's my week. How was yours?
Shit, you didn't do nothing else? Just work?
Bro, that's all I did.
Go out?
Oh, yeah, with everything closed. Yeah, I went
Has it impacted how you think about your day when you get home from work? Gym life?
Yeah, it did affect the gym, though, because now I'm not going to the gym. So, I do miss the gym a little, but...
True.
Most of during the week, I never really went anywhere.
Well, I've been practicing, responsible social distancing. Had to let work know, listen, I have the capacity to work at home, and I will do the right thing, Spike Lee, and practice social distancing.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I did that.
Shout out to you. Shout out to your work.
I mean, in my social distancing time, day 7 social distancing, whatever we're at this point. Shout out to Ian, manager of Joe Budden. He did a funny tweet, and I agree with him. I've become a gourmet chef at this point. I've become a professional cleaner at this point. I've become a musician at this point. I'm fucking around with that
all
part.
the careers,
but I am gonna learn this piano.
Now's the time.
I'm gonna throw in the Rosetta Stone
at this point.
I've Lysol the entire place. My place is COVID free.
So you believe? I'm just playing. I'm playing. It's COVID free.
My place is COVID free. You seem to think otherwise, as per yesterday, but that's a different point for a different day.
Exactly. Here we go.
And man, like I said, it's been a really interesting time. I'm obviously of the mind where I'm trying to find the silver lining in all of this, and
we all are.
I'm using this as a time to really fix my space, clean my space. I have to be in my space now
So
for hours
now you're being forced
and
to
for
be
days at
there.
a time. So just kind of getting some of the, not remodeling, so to speak, but just,
Yeah.
get the feng shui right. You know
I
what
know what
I'm
you're
saying?
saying. I
Get
know
the
what you're
feng
saying.
shui right. You know what I mean? I'm watching Tidying Up on Netflix by Marie Kondo.
Oh shit! Getting
Um,
all the ideas.
I'm doing that. I'm definitely on a Netflix extravaganza. Not as much of a music extravaganza as I thought I would be. But nah, like I said, man, I've been doing a whole bunch of shit, just cleaning areas of the home that have not been cleaned in very long periods of time, doing things that have not been done in long periods of time, addressing things that have not been addressed in long periods of time. But
Okay.
beyond that, like I said, let's try to find the silver lining. It's a great time to be alone, great time to be in your own
It
space.
really is.
Learn how to be in your own space. The people
Learn.
that need to rely on being outside,
Yep.
let's learn how to be in your own space and of your own mind for a moment.
Yep.
It must be hard out there for cheaters. I would hate to be in a relationship right now
Yeah,
if I was a cheater, because I would imagine it's hard.
It definitely has to be hard for
Um,
them.
and you definitely feel for everyone. Obviously, jokes aside,
Yeah.
you definitely feel for the impact that this has had thus far. I mean, how many people are we always see stats to say people are 2 weeks away from being bankrupt. Well, guess what? It's
A
2
lot
weeks.
of people are
You know what I'm
already
saying?
bankrupt.
The amount of people applying for unemployment, the amount of
Yep.
people just businesses falling under. You hate to see it.
Yeah,
You
it's
really
crazy
do
what's
hate to
going
see
on
it.
out here.
But I mean, to some degree, it has not been impacting me. I'm a homebody anyway. I'm an introvert
That's how I
anyway.
am. I'm fine.
So it's not going to do much for me. But it's doing things to the people that I talk to, and that's impacting me.
There we go.
So I guess it does have
It does
some
impact
kind
you
of,
in a way.
I guess it does have some kind of impact on me, nonetheless. But shall we get into the episode?
Let's go.
Obviously, we're killing time because ain't shit happened.
Really
I feel like
nothing
music just took a week off.
I honestly, I was going through the list. I'm like, who?
Yeah, I'm
what?
like, what?
Huh?
Yeah. And we'll definitely get there. That's in our new music segment.
Section.
But before we do that, let's get into the music potpourri. Of course, it is that general segment of the show. We talk about all things hip hop, R&B, and the culture, like we mentioned.
Sir.
And the first thing on the docket today is Tekashi
Snitch 9. Oh, sorry,
Jeez,
6ix9ine.
jeez,
I'm joking. I ain't about that life, so I don't care.
jeez. Hold on, let me give you something for that. I don't know.
I'll take that.
I'll give you a little something for that. Did you hear about this? So he got sued.
I heard something about it.
I didn't read the story yet.
I just read the headline. I was like, well, I would too.
Well, what did you see?
The girl that got struck by a stray bullet in one of the gang shootings is suing 6ix9ine for 150 million.
Yes.
And I was just like, duh. Like,
Yeah.
Girl, get your money.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. I only read the headline as well. I didn't read any details. But I think with as high profile of a case as this is, she's bound to get at the very least a settlement.
Even came up in his hearing about it when the judge was talking about
really?
how much time to give. He was like, let's not forget people got hurt because
And she
of
sued
you.
for 150 M's.
Mm-hmm. That's some physical
So that's
and mental
like,
and
I'm
career.
going for it. I'm going for the A-Rod.
I'm retiring after this.
I'm going for
fam.
the A-Rod contract.
I'm retiring
Holy
after
shit.
this. Shout out. Would you sue if you were in that case?
I'm 1,000% suing. But I wonder if she sues with intention to settle. Because let's say the lawyer, I don't know, we'll settle for 10 mil. No drama, 10 mil.
And unsettle,
Mind your
undisclose
business.
it.
Just mind your
Mind your
business.
business. That's
You know what
all.
I'm saying? Just mind your business.
Yeah, I gotta watch Fresh Prince.
Yo, speaking of, I do have a. It's not the same thing.
Disney Plus?
Is it on Disney Plus?
I don't know. It's on Netflix.
No.
It's on Netflix.
Fresh Prince is on Netflix.
I think I was watching it the other day.
Really? I can't find the Netflix show to watch. By the way,
it takes a while. I'm not even watching any show on Netflix.
I finished 7 Seconds. It was okay. I thought it'd be better.
Was that one season show?
One season. 2018. Netflix already said they weren't doing a season 2.
Oh, fuck! I hate shows like that.
So it's almost like, what's the point?
Yeah, exactly.
Now, as I was watching it, it's 10 episodes. As I was watching it, 8 episodes in, I was like, yo, bro, there's got to be a season 2 for this. Episode 9 and 10, I'm like, y'all did a lot. You guys you knew you were only gonna have one season. You kind of fucked it up. I tried watching. I am watching The Stranger.
Yeah, you said that yesterday.
Mid.
Yeah. It's an okay watch. Good time killer.
Decent watch. I'm wondering where they're going with it.
One of those.
And I tried watching. Oh, there's another show I tried watching, and it just didn't pan out. I don't remember what it was, but it just didn't work out. I
There's
tried
not that
watching
many
Circle
shows.
Brazil, didn't
It's
work
not
out.
working. He said that. No,
Like I said, I'm
the
watching
subtitles.
Tidying Up by Marie Kondo, just in bits and pieces.
Mhm.
I'm lost on Netflix right
Yo,
now.
and this
man.
one, it happens sometimes.
I'm
and-
fucking lost. But no, shout out to this girl for going for her bags.
Hey, I would too.
Okay, let me ask you this: if you're suing, is your intent to settle, or do you go? He could go all the way.
I'm hoping with the
Hold on,
150.
You ain't gonna give me that for the
No,
football
that was a good
reference.
one. That was a good one. I didn't get it. I was too into the question.
All right, go ahead. My bad.
Oh no. Go all the way. I would think at 150 mil, you are you're hoping to settle that. That seems kind of out now. Not to say
And we're just
It's-
talking shit. We don't know anything about this case.
exactly.
The
I'm
legal
just saying it
system.
sounds outrageous.
We're just talking like it's 2K.
Yes.
You know
So
what I'm saying?
it sounds outrageous to me to say 150 m's. So I think you're going to settle because of that, just the amount. But yeah, I'll settle.
Yeah, I would settle too.
I'll take a 20.
I would take a cool 5.
Fuck, I'll take a 2. To be honest, if I'm walking and breathing, bro,
I mean, we don't know. Again, we
that
don't know.
we don't know her
the
situation.
situation. To
It
be
could
fair,
be a lot worse. To be fair,
but
for the room.
to be clear,
for the room.
room, we don't know the situation.
I'm
But
just assuming she's up and walking and breathing fine, like nothing
Exactly.
happened.
all
in
things
that
considered,
case,
yeah. I
5
mean,
mil and I'll be nice.
let's. Speaking of
Uzi or
stealing, suing.
suing. I guess
Suing, I suppose. Suing was
yeah.
the segue. We butchered that one. It's like, speaking of Uzi, what are you talking about?
Stealing?
Speaking of
Suing.
suing.
Yes.
Now we don't know if this person is suing because I didn't read the article.
It stopped after. Well, where I stopped with this. Well, we'll keep on going.
Because they said they might like
It
that
said,
type of thing.
If it's about money, we'll talk.
Exactly.
That's where I ended.
So the article reads: Lil Uzi Vert responds to an artist claiming that he stole the painting for the That Way cover art.
Yes.
That Way is
Come. That wait no, it's off his EA, not EA.
his new shit.
It was the last single off his Eternal Take.
Oh, okay. Anyways, so most art, as we know, this is by Complex, is
Yeah.
inspired by other art.
Yes.
And sometimes the people who make this inspiration aren't properly compensated. I'm always interested with how people word their articles.
Yep.
Yet Lil Uzi Vert is taking the necessary steps to make sure that the artist inspired in his That Way cover art does not feel robbed. Very interesting for Complex to word it like that, by the way.
Okay.
I'm just going to make that statement. I'm saying you can tell they got some backing with Lil Uzi.
Oh, definitely.
The Korean artist, not Lil Uzi, the other artist, just in case you thought Lil Uzi was Korean. The Korean artist who operates the what's called Huge River 8 account on Instagram. He posted a picture of their art next to the That Way cover. It's clear from the pictures that one of these pieces was inspired by the other. Did you see it?
I saw it.
Looks damn same. It's just a
lines look
different.
the same.
It's like a different Jordan logo.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's all it is.
And colors different.
Everything else is the same. The logo of the silhouette of the person is different.
Yep.
That's the best way for me to describe it. This person says, quote, "I'm very upset I have to write such an article. I saw Lil Uzi Vert's latest album cover art, and it was very similar to my painting. My picture was posted on my blog 6 years ago. And it is possible to use it for profile pictures and non-commercial purposes, but it is not allowed to use, but it's not to be used for anything else," the caption reads. "Now I'm very embarrassed, and I don't want to let this go." Several followers started to tag Lil Uzi in the comments, which caught the rapper's attention. Lil Uzi was not upset by the post. In fact, he liked the picture.
Why should he be upset?
No,
The man stole the picture.
In fact, he liked the picture and responded with a comment claiming that he and his team will contact the artist so that they are financially compensated. I will read his quote.
That is not okay. I was say, like, I get that's what he said, but he didn't say it that way.
So he said, "Hey, I'm not a mean person or a thief. I get inspired a lot," is how we started it, right? "If you want money, I will have me and my team contact you to give you money. Signed, Baby Pluto. P.S. You are a great artist." What are your thoughts about just that? Inspiration, the blatant copy, because that's not inspiration.
That was blatant copy. That was tracing. The man called it tracing.
Possibly not knowing where the thing you're copying originated from, replying in a way to say, "I'll give you comp if you want comp." Just what, like, the whole situation. What do you think about it?
Is what I heard. The artist said Uzi's team came up with him, said with the original drawing and said, we want it like this, but we want Uzi, we want the silhouette to be Uzi instead of whatever the existing silhouette was.
Right.
So he's trying to abstain himself. If it's blatant copying or not, well, it is blatant copying. Well, someone brought to my attention that if Uzi had reached out to this person first, it wouldn't have even been about money. The person could just be like, yo, Uzi reached out to me, just give me credit. Like, I just want my name in the bottom or my name on the soundtrack.
Right.
And him trying to say, oh, if it's money you want, we can give it to you. It almost sounds like
I want to stop you
disrespectful.
I want to stop you there because,
Okay.
like I said, you know, when you're inspired by things and when you end up blatantly copying them, sometimes you don't know where you saw it from.
Yeah, I get that.
Right? So, I mean, if we kind of think about in the joking way, somebody tweets something, I steal the tweet, my tweet goes viral, you are inspired by my tweet that goes viral, you do a similar tweet for your art. Now I'm like, this motherfucker copied me. But that guy's like, this motherfucker copied me.
Yeah.
So how would Uzi have spoken to the original artist? I guess is where I'm going with that.
Where did he get the art from? Because if it's blatant copying, like you're saying, you must have seen it somewhere. This wasn't like I saw it 3 years ago and I was inspired. Because, like you said, the damn lines were the same exact curves and bends. Like this wasn't just I remembered a heart in the background and something. This was like, here's the original. I want this. Yeah,
it's like that meme that says, you know, like, make it look a little different or some shit, and you see like Morris Chestnut beside like Charlamagne.
Yes.
The artist did say, or I don't know if it was the artist that said, but
which one of the artists?
Creator of the That Way cover, he took to Instagram, and he wanted to dispel any speculation that they were upset at Uzi. The artist also revealed that they are looking for ways to contact the original artist so that they can send them money. No, I'm not mad at Uzi, and yes, I'm going to make sure the original artist is happy, the artist of That Way wrote on Twitter. I guess if you are the original artist at this point and Lil Uzi has used your work 6 years later, let's just put ourselves in the shoes of the artist as best as we can. Does money fix the situation? Are you okay with it anyway? How do you feel as the artist right now?
Well, money fixes everything, let's be honest.
Yep. That's what I was about to say.
I'd just be mad I just didn't get contacted beforehand. Like, same thing I said. If someone was to reach out to me about my artwork, I would just assume, hey, man, just give me credit because you're Uzi. Everyone sees my name at the bottom. I'm about to get
that's the difference between you and me. Because if Uzi's contacting me to say, I want to use that art, I'm getting the bag.
Oh, yeah, you still ask for the bag,
not too. The bag. I'm getting paid.
I still want my credit at the end of the day. I don't want to, after the fact that I have to call you out.
Right.
Before you give me money or like approach me. Like that's the only thing I would be offended of. Like, hey man, just approach me beforehand.
I feel you.
That's all. How about you, man? How would you?
Well,
how would you be?
Money would absolutely fix it.
Yeah, like I said.
To be clear for the room, money would absolutely fix it. For one, for two, I probably wouldn't be as maybe offended as this article could sound.
Now,
go ahead.
All I want to say is from artists and from what I've heard from artists, they hate that shit. When you copy their shit and do not give them any credit. That's like straight up disrespect. So you say you're not getting mad?
Yes.
Maybe just because you're not an artist. Because I think I would be mad just thinking about if I've spent hours designing something and someone just says, yep, here's my work.
I think about it twofold, right? Now, maybe my assumptions in my explanation are different than your assumptions in terms of what this art may have represented, because it's 6 years ago. I'm assuming it's on my website. People can use it as profile photos.
Just don't make money off it.
So I assume it's something that you're just going to look at and think is cool, as opposed to something that I'm really trying to monetize off of. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm going to put the trademarks or whatever in place to make sure it cannot be copied for monetary purposes. But under that assumption, the way it's explained, I'm under the mind of, this is just some cool shit I created. I would love for people to use those profile photos. So I would never be of the mind of, no, this is serious. This thing is going to be worth $1 million to me one day. And then if I see Uzi using it, I'm almost excited because I'm like, motherfucker, copy me. Cha-ching, the bag. You know what I'm saying? So
differently then.
That's what I'm saying. So maybe like it's almost like the bag by luck.
Exactly.
In that sense.
True.
And to some degree, if I wanted my art to be seen, it is now seen.
Oh yeah.
And we know that this was a copy. This wasn't like
inspiration.
It was damn near copy. It was a copy. So I'm okay with it.
Hey.
I'm okay. Give me the bag.
Hey, as long as you get the bag. Like I said, money fixes everything at the end of the day.
Give me the bag. Plus,
money
we're all dying anyway. Speaking of panic.
Speaking of dying.
tried. Cardi B.
Yes, making music out here.
This was probably the first link I added to
this week's notes.
To the notes. Well, I don't even remember what this was, but I don't think this was that song thing that everyone's TikToking or whatever.
I need to know what's going on. If you work at the fucking Pentagon, let a bitch know. Cause I need to fucking know, nigga. I need to fucking know, nigga. I don't know if you could tell, but I'm losing my fucking mind. I want to get dressed up. I want to put a fucking lace front on. I want to put my fucking expensive outfits, and I want to go fucking out.
Jesus Christ,
And then
Cardi.
she just still faced it.
Coronavirus.
I saw
she's real.
A string of tweets that said, listen, celebrities, we don't care.
Yo, we really don't.
That you're social distancing and you're losing your mind in your 7-figure house.
We don't.
In your 5,000 square foot house.
We don't.
Your house with your personal butler.
We do not care.
Drake got a barber.
Don't tell me.
I'm saying, like,
the man said, I'm quarantined with the same two people. Like, who are the two people you're chilling with in your big ass house? Because we know you're not married.
Mans are scruffy. Both of us are past 2 weeks at this point.
I was going to get it on Thursday. Tuesday, our boy sends us a message. Barber closed.
And I was gonna get it. on Monday.
Oh, you're going on Monday.
And I'm like, I'll squeeze a 2-3 days.
Exactly,
Like, you know what I mean? Like, let me get closer to the weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean? Tuesday closed. I'm like,
yo,
fuck. I fucked up.
We did.
It is what it is. I agree with the tweets that people say, like, celebrities, we don't care.
Yeah, we really don't. Y'all are wilding for no reason.
But I want to talk about Kanye West.
Yes, tell me more about Kanye.
The Kanye West and Taylor Swift phone call leaked.
Oh, jeez, we're still talking about this.
Do you remember the original story? Because I really don't. In terms of the original.
Oh, I remember the original story.
Contact, phone call, whatever.
The original story was, Life of Pablo, The Line. I made that bitch famous.
I feel like me and Taylor might still have sex.
I made that bitch famous. Taylor says, I did not. First of all, she said she was mad. No, first of all, she said, I did not approve of that line. Kanye said, yes, you did. And she's like, she got upset saying, okay, well, I didn't approve of the bitch part. And then, like, 6 months later, on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, like Kris Kardashian would do to monetize that show, the video call comes out of Kim recording a FaceTime call with Kanye and Taylor Swift, in which he played her that line, and she said, oh, yeah, it's cool. Like, you can say that line.
Okay. I saw
and that's what I remember happened.
I saw a bunch of tweets that said, like, Kanye, your time is over or some shit. Like, hashtag Kanye, your time is over.
It's Taylor Swift fans.
Some shit. No, obviously, of course. She has one of the strongest hives in the world. I'm just a little confused as to where, what are we trying? Like, what are we trying to dispel at this point? Are we trying to ask ourselves if did she approve it? Like, what are we trying to?
I really don't know. Like I said, this beef it started in 2009, 2010. It was when he ran on stage.
Yeah,
it's been over. I mean, it's a totally different decade now. 2020. I don't need this shit.
I thought about that the other day. I was talking to someone and they were saying some shit, and I'm like, yo, fam. What you're saying is from 2009.
Like, I don't care.
I was thinking that in my head, right? So I'm like, okay, so where are we in decade speak? We're in the 20th decade. Oh, no, 200th decade is 2000.
No, that's
201 decade is 2010. 202nd decade.
Okay.
Right is where we're at right now.
It can't be 222nd.
Right.
Oh wait, no, you are right. 222nd.
202nd.
202nd, yes. Yeah. 202nd.
So we're in the 202nd decade.
Yeah.
And you're talking to me about shit from the 200th decade?
Right, I don't care.
201 came and left.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
What are you talking about?
10 years came, gone.
Holy shit.
You're still talking about something from 10 years before that? Nah, man.
So to some degree, I really don't know what we're trying to prove here.
I don't know what this article is about.
I want to play the actual phone call that leaked, right? Okay. This is Kanye letting Taylor Swift know, hey,
I'm using this
line. What are your thoughts? Let's go from there. Let me go ahead and play that.
I think me and Taylor might still have sex.
What?
I made that bitch famous.
So my next single, I wanted you to tweet it. It's a Good Friday. So dropping as a Good Friday song. So that's why I'm calling you, that I wanted you to put the song out. Yeah. All right.
Like, what would people, I guess it would just be people would be like, why is this happening?
Well,
it had something to do with it, probably.
Well, the reason why it will be happening is because it has a very controversial line at the beginning of the song about you.
What does it say?
Okay, so it says, and the song is so dope, and I've literally sat with my wife, with my whole management team, with everything, and tried to rework this line. I've thought about this line for 8 months.
The hashtag I was talking about, hashtag Taylor told the truth, hashtag Kanye West is over party.
Yeah, that's Taylor Swift fan for sure.
Okay. So I've had this.
It don't even have rhythm to it.
And they're probably Caucasians.
I tried to rework it every which way, and the original way that I thought about it is the best way, but it's the most controversial way. So it's gonna go Eminem a little bit. So can you brace yourself for a second?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. It says, wait a second, you sound sad.
I hate this kind of person that explains something like this.
It's
you already know you're up to some bullshit when you talk like that.
Wait a minute, you haven't told me what you're trying to say.
It's been a whole minute and a half.
I still don't know what you're trying to tell me.
Tell me the line. I will react after. I don't care
about the background about what you thought and who's there. And
fuck.
Well, is it gonna be mean?
No, I don't think it's mean.
Okay, then let me hear it.
Okay. It says, and the funny thing is, when I first played it and my wife heard it, she was like, huh? What? That's too crazy, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, when Ninja from D Antwoord heard it, he was like, oh, my God, this is the craziest shit. This is why I love Kanye, blah, 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 that kind of thing. And now it's like my wife's favorite fucking line. I just want to give you some premise of that, right?
Okay.
Right. So it says, to all my South Side niggas that know me best, I feel like Taylor Swift might owe me sex.
That's not mean.
Okay. Yeah. Well, this is the thing where I'm calling you because you got an army. You own a country of motherfucking 2 billion people, basically, that if you felt that it's funny and cool and like hip hop and felt like
it cut off there. I don't have the super long clip.
The super longer one?
I don't know if there is a super longer one. I mean, Twitter, I know Max is out at 220 a video. But that's how the conversation itself went. I mean, you can hear
I would have responded.
The tone of it. You can hear what do we think about I don't think Taylor was comfortable off rip. When she's like, okay, yeah, that's not mean. That almost sounded like she was sarcastic.
It ruins her brand. That's not her brand.
That is mean.
Like
Kanye West.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Like, it sounds like that's what she was saying.
Pretty much, like, don't say that. What I was going to say was, I would have commented under this tweet that Stephen A. Smith, I'm just here to say, we don't care. That's exactly what I've written under. We don't care. I love that movie.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, but like you said, I think she pretty much said no. I don't know what the argument was there. Was it that it was a different line?
I completely forgot what we were trying to prove with this original argument. I think it was that, remember Kanye and Kim were like, what are you talking about? You approved it. She was like, what are you talking about? I didn't. So I guess that was the kind of...
I don't even know. Again, like, that shit was a decade ago. We were looking forward over here.
Yeah, so, man.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure they probably squashed the beef. Like,
I'm sure they don't care about this at this point. Well, maybe they do.
But they don't care enough to...
We don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Next topic,
man. Let's fucking move on to the next motherfucker.
I'm not spending this time on a topic that should have ended a year and a half.
It should have ended 11 years ago.
Right?
Nah. But the main story in a week full of nothing.
Yes.
Is about Charlamagne the God, Angela Yee, DJ Envy.
Charlamagne.
And Joe Budden was part of this discussion.
Jeez, Joe Budden.
As well,
that's not
right.
Good.
So I mean, we hear about this every single month. We hear about this really every single time this person's name is brought up. Obviously, Charlamagne and his association to the Breakfast Club. So there is not reports per se, but the discussion is, as usual, Is he leaving the Breakfast Club?
Yo, everyone keeps on asking that.
Right.
It's been going on for a few months
Is
now.
Charlamagne leaving the Breakfast Club? So there's an article here by Black Enterprise.
Shout out to Black Enterprise.
I'm going to read a few blurbs off of here. So obviously in recent months, we know that there has been friction at the Breakfast Club. We saw the Charlamagne incident with Angela Yee. The Gucci Man interview as well, where he was talking shit about Yee, Envy, both of them, and Charlamagne still took it after not having that interview happen on the Breakfast Club.
Yep.
So we've seen a number of things happen, of course. But there was a recent interview that they did. I don't know if you saw it. It was with the cast of State of the Culture.
Nope, did not see it.
So Ebony K. Williams, Jinx, Remy Ma, and Joe Budden.
Okay.
And
they're all at the Breakfast Club?
Yeah, they were all at the Breakfast Club.
Okay.
Pretty decent interview. For sure. So according to The Griot, during a recent interview with the Breakfast Club while speaking to Love and Hip Hop's Joe Budden, the conversation turned towards the team renegotiating its contract. And Joe keeps talking about this on his podcast and with, his constituents like Charlamagne, because he's coming up on a contract renewal himself.
Gotcha.
So he's in a contract year. Charlamagne's in a contract year.
Like, let's get it.
And that's people with money talking about money.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right. So again, in speaking to Joe Budden, the conversation talked about renegotiating contracts. So Joe Budden asked the hosts, I should say, plural, if they've re-upped on their contract yet, to which Charlamagne said, nah. Angela Yee said no, and DJ Envy stated that he was returning. So I'll elaborate on that a little bit. DJ Envy said, I got 5 kids. I'm long-term, right? I'm long-term, he said. Double down on that. Angela Yee said, it's renegotiation time. I wanted the shortest contract possible. She wants to keep her options open, ultimately, right? You never know if something else happens. Who wants to be stuck if that's not, who knows, right? Charlamagne, on the other hand, again, he stuck to that, no, I didn't, right? And he obviously wants to keep his cards concealed. So, I mean, I guess the conversation that I wanted to have here was not even about, do you think Charlamagne is leaving? Because that's just when you really run out of things to talk about. You can end up having that discussion. But I want to kind of just be in their mindset for a little bit.
True.
Angela Yee says, I want the short term. Give me the 1 year.
Yep.
Give me the player option.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Envy says, I want the hockey contract. I want the 8 year.
Yep.
The MLB,
those are 8-year contracts.
Like
I don't know.
They're like 8 year, $60 million.
Holy shit, that's shitty, man.
They're pinched, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. That's cheap money.
They make so little money.
Who the hell wants to play hockey?
Yo, it's the most expensive sport to play, and it pays the least in major sports.
And I think they even made a big thing about the salary cap going up like in the last few years. Like it was usually a lot lower. They had to be like players that say, "Yo, we need our salary cap."
Like a Crosby type of man would get like a 16 mil a year.
That's nothing, yo, fam. Man, Tunis is getting that. Man,
Marc Gasol makes 30 mil, fam.
Yo,
talk about.
That's true. Marc Gasol makes 30 mil.
Holy fuck! But again, just being of their mentalities, I do think about what each of them do. Right, and yes, we know Charlamagne is the bigger,
he's the
persona,
biggest,
so to speak, right? And that's why I don't even want to have a conversation of do you think he's actually leaving or not.
I don't even care.
But I want to strip exactly, and that's another thing. I really don't care, and that's why I wanted to take the discussion way beyond that. Let's forget their status.
Yep.
Right. Let's forget who you perceive as first, second, third in that triangle.
But I'll tell you why when I get there.
Okay, we'll get there later on. Envy says, "Give me the long term." Yee says, give me the short term. Charlamagne says, I'm keeping hush.
Yes.
As media personalities who all kind of do the same thing. They all have audio experiences.
Yes.
Right? Yee with, I was going to call it pillow talk for a second. Yee with, oh my God, what is it called? Lip service.
Lip service, yes.
Jesus Christ. Charlamagne with Brilliant Idiots, plus Charlamagne Presents on YouTube, plus everything else that he's done, all the production that he does, executive producing, etc. And we know Envy does a lot of stuff with his wife. I know they have the podcast. He does other investments just in general.
He does.
And obviously being in the music industry as a radio DJ, that still carries some weight as a thing to do.
It does.
I guess where I'm going with that is if you're a media personality and you have the label, so to speak. You know, your Tom Brady, New England giving you 19 years, baby, 20 years, whatever it's been. Contract renegotiations coming up. Which mind are you of? Are you of the Envy mind, the Yee mind, or the Charlamagne mind?
So the reason why I said
size matters
is because they're all in different places if you think about it. I'll start with Envy. Envy's married with 5 kids.
Charlamagne's married with 4 kids.
Oh, I'm getting there. Envy's married with 5 kids.
Many, however many, I don't know how many he has.
He needs... Okay, and if you want to talk about Charlamagne, because we got to get Charlamagne in there. Charlamagne is the biggest brand, part of their brand.
Right.
We know that.
Of course.
Charlamagne can find a job anywhere he wants. Not anywhere, but pretty easy.
Right.
Well, in his industry.
Yes.
In the media industry.
Yes.
I'm not going to say it's hard for Envy to find a job, but he's not getting the same gigs
he's not
Charlamagne are getting. Charlamagne's going to get.
Again, if we are comparing the apples to apples revenue or revenue stream.
Yes,
otherwise,
exactly.
as a radio DJ,
like doing his own thing. I mean, if they both apply for the same job, Charlamagne would probably have a higher chance of getting it before.
Yes, him. Again,
that's what I'm just saying.
Talking space.
Yes, exactly.
Space.
I'm not saying he doesn't do his own thing. He doesn't have his own money. In that case, I can understand why he will say, "I want my steady income coming in." Like, I got 5 kids, and he does investments, which is it's more scary, you know. You can you want your
less scary for those informed, but
yeah, but there's still that gamble of you're not making the steady income.
I get the concept.
There we go. That's what I'm saying. Is it's versus basic steady income versus whatever you're doing.
I'm with that.
So I can understand that. Yee and Charlamagne, yeah, they could do their own thing on the side. I don't know what Yee does, to be honest, minus lip service. But then I don't check for her. That's why I don't know. I know
she has managed people in the past.
I do. I know that too. Right. So she does have some music industry experience. So she might be like, you know what? I don't. And she's young too.
She's not young.
She's not young. I forgot.
She's not young, bro.
She's not young.
Like 40. Don't sleep.
Either way, I feel
don't let the Asian fool you.
She's still out there. Everyone knows about Yee, and again, she's not tied down. She's not married, as far as I know, and she doesn't have kids. And Charlamagne is Charlamagne. He's like I said, he can find a job anywhere he wants in the media industry. So why would he tie himself down? When you can all fuck around after a while, I'm like, you know what? Fuck you guys. I'll go over there. They'll have to pay me the same thing you guys are paying me.
So now, if you're yourself,
yes. Well, whose shoe am I in?
Yourself. You are you.
Oh, by that,
you.
I'm not signing on short.
Which contract are you going with?
Short term.
You're going with the Yee contract?
Yeah, I'm young. I can, I'm not trying to tie myself down young. I'm not tied down. I don't got kids. I'm not married. I don't need to be in one place all the time.
Okay.
I can diversify myself a little bit while I can.
I'm rolling with you there. If I'm me.
Yeah, if you're Yee.
I'm rolling with Yee. If I'm me, I'm rolling with Yee. That could be the name. I did have a name of the episode.
I was thinking about that, but I was like, I don't know. We have a workshop that rolling with Yee. If I'm me, rolling with Yee.
I had an episode name in mind. I completely forgot it now. Fuck. I know I should have wrote it down. It was right before we started recording too.
Jeez.
Anyways. Speaking of anyways, all Toronto women say anyways the same way, bro.
They do. Anyways.
Let's move on, man. Let's move on. We actually have no shout outs this week.
We don't.
And that happens. Yeah. And you know what?
It's not a short week. It's been a different week.
It's because it's no shout out to COVID, so it's overpowering. But we do have Keep It or Leak It.
We do.
And this is probably the most fire Keep It or Leak It I've ever produced.
Okay, go on.
That I've ever produced, right? I'm going to start with the calm one. Actually, no, I need the connection there. Never mind. I'm going to start with a sick one. Drake.
Sicko? Okay.
Now, you listened to the Leak album.
Yes, I did.
So I need to know, was this on the Leak album or is this another thing?
Let me see if this is the... Okay. Press play.
Because this shit, if Drake is coming out with this...
If this is a leak, I think, then it wasn't on the album. Yeah, this one wasn't on the album.
Can't bend, can't break. Can't let it show on my face. All of my mistakes.
My bad, listeners. I still had the volume really high. Whoops.
taken down because that's technically a leak and it's technically not released. No one really owns it yet. I don't know how that works.
That's a great question.
I don't know how that works.
We are gonna find out. If this episode is audio only, thank Drake. Thank what's the
OVO?
Audio Crystals only? What's the thing called?
Audio Crystals.
Frozen Moments LLC.
LLC. Audio Crystals.
Yo.
I knew you were going for it though.
Oh man, but you knew it
I
sounded
knew you
like
were
it, right? It sounded like it. Keep or leak.
Leak, man.
Do you want that style of Drake or do you want rapping Drake?
You know I like rapping Drake. Everyone knows I love rapping Drake. That's my kind of Drake. But you know what? I like anything Drake does, to be honest. I'm a fan of Drake.
Yeah, he's starting to shoot 100% for me, stylistically. And again, I was somebody who was, ignorantly against that for quite a long time. So yeah, he's starting to shoot 100, man. He's starting to shoot 100. This is 100% leak for me, without a doubt. I still don't want to hear any leak albums or anything like that. But, I was listening to a podcast and they played that, so it was inevitable. My next Keep It or Leak It goes to none other than Spillage Village. Now, I had a discovery period with Spillage Village.
You did.
Was it early 2019 or was it late? I don't remember.
It was like early to mid.
19 or 18?
19.
Okay. So I had a discovery of Spillage Village because coincidentally I had listened to, Earth Gang 2017-ish. I had coincidentally listened to JID 2017-ish. But I had not listened to their collective project, which includes Jordan Bryant, which includes Black, which includes Mariba, which includes, I think, a few other names on there. But I'm happy to say Earth Gang and JID are dropping another Spillage Village album soon. Again, the official names on here, Earth Gang, JID, Black, Hollywood JB, Jordan Bryant, Mariba, and then obviously I said Earth Gang and JID already kind of leading the charge. New album they're specifically working on. If you have not checked out Earth Gang, Spillage Village music in the past, obviously it is very Earth Gang-esque. Obviously it is very JID-esque.
Yep.
I love how Black sounds on their features together.
Okay.
I love what Mariba does when she's with them making music together.
Shout out to Mariba.
And again, they have quite a few projects. They have Bears Like This, Bears Like This 2, as well, and Bears Like This Too Much, which is obviously meant to be Bears Like This 1, and Bears Like This 2, or 2 and 3.
Bears Like 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. So I'm all for this. This is an automatic leak for me. I know you didn't particularly listen to those projects, but hearing this, are you of the leak mind? Are you of the keep mind?
I've heard you play some of their songs just when we're chilling. So you know what, leak it. I'm not against JID or Earth Gang. I did like Earth Gang's last album, Mirrorland.
Yeah.
I did like that. And I don't hate JID. He's just not my artist. But, I liked his album too.
After our conversation with Cage, I went back and bumped Mirrorland. Just with a slightly different set of ears. And I was like, because I agreed with him, right? I did think the album was a little bit, not even to say underappreciated, but could have maybe done more for them.
Yeah.
So I kind of re-listened to it with that mentality. And I was like, yeah, he's right.
He's right. Done more.
Definitely. And before we get into our third Keep It or Leak It, I completely forgot to talk about what I did this week.
Yes, you did.
Which was a great collaboration opportunity. I want to give a special shout out to Run the Tape podcast.
Shout out to Run the
Cozy, Uchechi, two of you. You guys already know what it is. Definitely was a long time coming, a collab between them.
A long time coming.
So they are a podcast out of New York, of course, a hip hop podcast, New York's premier hip hop podcast. And I know they do a lot of music discovery on their podcast. I've listened to quite a few artists from listening to them talk about it. I think about Sky Zoo as an example. I think about, even just the in-depth knowledge that they have on certain artists and on, you can tell they're researched. You can tell it's a clean podcast. They know their shit. They're well-versed in this game, and it's a very enjoyable podcast. I would highly suggest everyone listen to that. Again, it's called Run the Tape podcast. So they come out weekly, typically, but of course, being quarantined. They have a special set of quarantined episodes, they call it. And in each quarantined episode, they're reviewing just one album. That's it. One album. Cozy, Uchechi, the host of the show, Plus, they're bringing on some guests. You know, I had the ability to do it. My boy Juice, shout out to Good in
Juice
the Hood.
WRLD?
Shout out to Good in the Hood podcast. I know he had an opportunity to do it. Actually, the day that I was not able to do it, they were reviewing Jay Electronica's album.
Oh shit!
And I was like, fuck, man, I just listened to
just
Jay
listened to that
Elect.
one.
But I knew I couldn't do it, so I tagged my boy Juice. He was able to do it. I'm happy the next day to listen to his voice on the podcast with
bless
them.
up to Juice.
And in having the conversation with Cozy, I was like, you know, I need to make this happen. I'm down to do it. What's the remaining albums you guys have in mind? And they were like Dreamville, and I was like,
that's me.
I'm on it.
Tag it.
Tag me in. They're like,
I'm
yo,
good to go,
we're doing it tomorrow. I'm like, bet.
I'll make time.
So am I. You know what I'm saying?
I guess I am too.
But you know, it was a real good conversation. I know another friend of their show. His name is Steven. He was part of the show as well.
Nice.
He's very, very knowledgeable about his Dreamville. Definitely brought some good points to the show. And it was just overall a really good conversation. Okay. So again, it was an in-depth review, the quarantined episode 2 of Run the Tape podcast, an in-depth review of Revenge of the Dreamers 3, the original as well as the deluxe. Please go listen to that. Go and support that. And go and support that podcast because they're super dope. And just shout out to them in general. So our third Keep It or Leak It is going to stay on the topic of Dreamville, obviously, yep. And that's where we're making that connection. And again, shout out to Steve. I don't know what to call him.
Is this Steve? I thought it was Ryan.
No, not him.
Oh,
I'm thinking back to Run the Tape. I'm thinking back to Run the Tape podcast. I'm gonna just go based on his first name. I want to say shout out to Steve because he put us on a little bit of a leak, a little bit of a snippet that came out, and just to put Steve on a little bit. I mean, his IG is Mr. Thizer. I'm gonna spell Thizer because that's hard to spell. TheSier.
Okay.
So again,
okay.
Mr. TheSier. He's a content creator. He's a graphic designer, a web designer, and just a super dope person to talk to. So again, I just appreciate that whole conversation. Everyone associated with Run the Tape, you guys already know what it is. But like I said, he tagged us because obviously they, in the words of DJ Khaled, have listened to our conversation. They being J. Cole at this point, because we got a little bit of a motherfucking J. Cole snippet. You know what I mean? So let me play this little J. Cole snippet, dog.
Well, it's that ghetto, pistol hoe nigga on your damn street. Pussy nigga usually pop a trigger if the ass street. Lackluster, I'ma smack suckers.
That's it.
That's hard. That's hard.
That is hard.
That's hard though.
That's hard. I need that. I need
bump
that. That is leak. If J. Cole's talking his shit,
that's like, I want that.
Well, it's that ghetto, pistol hoe nigga on your damn street. Pussy nigga usually pop a trigger if the ass street. Lackluster, I'ma smack suckers.
I've played that snippet 38 times, trying to create a track out of it. Leak that, man.
Leak it.
100% leak. 100% leak. Let's move on to new music, though.
Yes.
New music report, as usual. Shout out to Boosie Fade.
Shout out to you, because I just screenshotted whatever you screenshotted.
Real shit. For providing that list of albums and singles that have come out for the week. Of course, we're going to get into what has come out, go a little bit in depth into what we actually listened to, if anything, and then finish off the segment by letting the listeners know what we're listening to in general.
Yep.
So in terms of new projects, new albums, we have Paul Chin with Full Spectrum. We have The Weeknd with After Hours, Mac Miller with the deluxe version of Circles.
Yep.
We have Dash, Walk the Plank. We have Sada Baby with Scuba Sada 2. We have Skipper the Flipper.
Oh my God.
Still Having 2. We have J Balvin with Colores.
Oh, we have Matt Ox and more. Oh, wait, sorry. No, never mind. Just never mind.
I knew you were going to fall for that one.
I read that wrong.
We have 075, My Father's Gun. We have
Paul Wall, Mind Over Matter.
Yep. We have another Currency. I think a deluxe version of Currency. Another Currency project came out with the one with DJ Fresh.
Yes.
That one's called The Tonight Show.
That's all.
Really all I recognized from the list of albums that come out for the week. So
pretty much.
Apologies to anyone else who may have came out.
Sorry.
In terms of singles, we have Smino with Tempo.
Tempo.
We have Smoke Perp with Fuck Corona, You Ain't Stopping Shit. I mean, very timely. We have Benny the Butcher with Did I. MGK with Bullets with Names featuring Young Thug, Lil Duke, RJ Key. JPEG Mafia with Covered in Money. Rod Wave with Pray for Love. I hate that so many singles come out. I really hate it. Because I've already named 9 songs I want to listen to.
Yep.
We have, how can I forget?
Rico,
Snoh Aalegra.
Snoh Aalegra, dvsn.
Snoh Aalegra.
Snoh Aalegra?
Division, Between Us featuring Snoh Aalegra.
Untitled Chapter, Walk Him Down featuring Roddy Rich.
Your guy Guapdad 4000, Platinum Falcon. Kanon with
That's
Lifeline.
not Kanon. That's Kane.
I always do that.
It's not Kanon.
I always fall for that one.
Lecrae with Set Me Free featuring YK Osiris.
Comethazine, No Front. Rico Nasty, Lightning.
YBN Namir featuring G-Eazy and Offset, 2-seater.
Black came out with one.
Yeah, and a bunch of Spanish names.
Oh.
Manny Norte, Rema, Tion Wayne, and Lavarne, 4 a.m. There's a Jamaican accent in there too. It's actually a pretty hard song when you listen.
Oh, it's hard. Oh, you listen to it. Okay. I thought you were joking around.
No,
the MGK track is hard.
Is it?
Yes.
The YBN Namir track is hard too.
Fuck. That one's pretty hard. I still need to listen to the Benny the Butcher track.
I want to listen to that Smino one too.
I would love
and
to
Rod
listen to
Wave.
that, but I'm gonna just wait for the Smino project. I feel like he's
coming
done.
out of that project.
Well, I feel like he's had 3 Lucy's at this point, and Noir came out in 2018.
Because he's bound to drop a project.
So I would hope.
He's bound to drop a project.
You know what I'm saying? Shall we get into what we actually listened to? First of all, did you listen to anything?
I listened to Eternal Take Deluxe version.
That came out last week.
Yeah, but we didn't talk about it because I said I didn't listen to it yet.
That is true. Okay. I mean, that's true. We didn't talk about Lil Uzi last week, so I tried listening to the album because I realized that the deluxe version was my favorite Uzi album.
Yo, the deluxe version is the Uzi I want. I was like, yo, I don't listen to anything after the new stuff.
Lil Uzi versus the world.
That's
what we got. Right?
Yes, that's what I wanted,
Love
right?
versus the world, Lil Uzi versus the world. That's what I wanted. I'm sorry, that was my favorite Uzi album.
Yes.
So I thought listening to the deluxe version, I was like, oh, he's about to wild out. He did. I didn't get through it yet.
Oh, I like it.
Put it that way.
Oh, I loved it.
What were your thoughts on that?
Oh, I loved it. It's the Uzi I want, the hype making, the club banging Uzi, the one that he's saying the wildest lyrics. You're just dying, and all his features are amazing. Yeah, Chief Keef, Future, Young Thug, Gunna, Dirk. Oh my God, Lil Durk body.
Dirk is amazing.
The Dirk feature is still my favorite track. Yeah, Young Nudie, Young Thug, and Nav. It was just like it's completely different from Eternal Take. The vibe is different. This is Love Is Rage, pretty much. Like you're getting the what's that song where he goes
High Roller?
Yeah, songs like that. You're getting like the High Rollers.
Canada Goose. I'm in my Canada Goose. Yeah.
Yeah. Getting songs like that. Songs like I like it my way, or I get it my way, or now I do what I want. Now I do what I want. Like you get songs like that.
I want. Yeah.
Like those are songs. Like, there's no substance to them, but
it's you know what it is? It's that repetitive same 4 beats. Like the same 4 beats just keep hitting you every single time.
I don't want it to stop. And with his voice, it's really good, man. I don't know. I'm surprised you didn't get through it because I really enjoyed it.
And it wasn't even intentional to not get through it. It just wasn't in the environment to sit down for 40 minutes.
True, makes sense.
So I was like, it is what it is.
But that's all I bumped, to be honest.
I was going to talk about the Donald Glover.
Did you listen to it?
I did not listen to it. I know at the time I saw the link. And I assumed I assumed it was released. I didn't know it was some kind of preview of some sort.
Oh, it was a preview? Oh, I thought it was a release.
So apparently, if you go on the website now, because he released it through his website, Donald Glover presents a collection of music, which everyone's using this collection of music term now after Meg. It's very interesting. Very interesting to note.
Selling points.
I think it's going to be just the new classification to say what's not an album when it comes to a deal.
That's true.
That's not an album. That's a collection of music.
It's a collection of music.
So I think that's going to officially replaced mixtape, EP. You know what I mean?
All those LPs.
Just noticing it. Just noticing it.
True. Good
but
eyes.
I didn't visit the website right away because I said to myself, I'll bump it eventually, or I'll find it on streaming services or whatever.
That's what I thought too.
I couldn't find it. Now, if you go on the website, apparently there is a countdown for after this episode has already come out. We record on. I'm snitching. Today we're recording on Saturday because of COVID. I don't know. I'm just making up some shit. Apparently, there's a countdown for 3 a.m. Sunday. So by the time this episode comes out, this album may or may not already be out. I did hear it was along the line of that fucking vinyl that I have right there. What's that shit called? Eternal. What's that shit called? Awaken my love. I was gonna call it Eternal Awaken. Awaken my love. If it is along the lines of Awaken my love, I have the vinyl, fam. So that says everything I need to know. I would definitely look forward to that, but I did not hear it yet. Still waiting on that. Otherwise, I did bump a few albums. Have you bumped anything else?
I've not bumped anything, to be honest. No.
So I'll be honest with you. I didn't feel like listening to anything.
Yeah, that was the thing. I just didn't feel like.
So
I think it's just with everything going on in the world. Music is not.
Yeah.
It's not really what I'm not really trying to listen to new music at this point. If I don't know you, I'm not in the mood of discovery.
I felt partially obligated though to give things at least a one-time spin. Due to nationality, due to the podcast as well. Yeah. And what I'm left with is 3 albums. I'm left with The Weeknd, I'm left with Sada Baby, and I'm left with 075.
Who? I'm joking. I know
right?
who he is.
Now, I will say, keep in mind, I was not forced to listen to these.
You chose to listen to them.
But I felt obligated to listen because I just didn't feel like listening to new music. Now, these 3 artists are not normally artists that I would listen to.
Surprises me.
Right?
Yeah.
I was pleasantly surprised with just the music that I got.
Okay.
This week.
That's not bad.
I was like, oh shit, okay, there's a couple projects, right? I will start with the Weeknd project, and I will start by saying
I did bump the first 2 tracks of this.
Don't love it.
I actually liked it. And I don't like The Weeknd.
So one thing to note, I should say, about the Weeknd's album is that it's sequenced by producer. So you have to be careful with that. You like the first 2 songs, you might like the first 3 or 4 songs in that case.
And then after
do
that,
you like the next 3? Do you like the next 3? So
look into
Metro Boomin is somewhere in the middle. So as soon as it sounds Metro Boomin-ish, you got about 3. You got about 3 Boomin tracks.
Are those tracks hard though?
They're decent.
Okay,
they're decent.
Okay.
I was never a huge Weeknd fan.
Me neither.
I do hear where Drake influenced by. I do hear where Drake was influenced by Weeknd for sure.
Okay.
But I will say, I mean, this music just didn't quite captivate me. I know we were talking about it yesterday, and we were definitely
back home smoking legal.
So the explanation was a little bit more abstract, but I had said, it just don't sound like the speakers are knocking. Like, I left my girl back home.
It's not like
I don't love her no more. It don't sound like that.
Oh, I know what you're saying.
And I don't like, I'm a star boy.
Yeah.
I don't like that Weeknd.
You want the bass in there.
I want the bass in there. So give me that spectrum rather than I'm a Starboy spectrum, and I would be more satisfied as a listener.
True.
But I will say, this sounds what you would expect a major release to sound like. It's polished, it's clean, it sounds decent. I will say some tracks were hitting. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, it has that good like sit outside and I'm
gonna bump it later tonight.
Sit outside and
back home smoking legal.
That's what
type of music.
I wanted to be there when
it has some fit yourself into a show on the CW type of feel to it as well, like a 90210. The girl is sad after the breakup. Like, it has that kind of feel to it as well. The album definitely has playability to it and replayability to it, but again, it's just not in my personal taste. It's not to take anything away from the album, but I don't see myself maybe playing it multiple times.
Gotcha.
Right?
I'm going to listen to it tonight. That was my thing.
Worth a listen. Worth a listen otherwise.
Any features on it? Because I see no features in the track list.
I didn't remember any.
So it probably wasn't.
Not specifically. I don't recall. No.
Okay, fair enough.
I didn't. I just gave it one quick listen, but I don't recall anything beyond that. I did listen to, again, 2 artists that I wouldn't otherwise listen to, but 2 artists that I know have at least good things said about them.
Yeah.
So Sada Baby, of course, he's a rapper from Detroit.
I've never heard of him before.
I've heard his name buzz a little bit over the last 2 months or so. I know nothing about his history. I know my guy Vic is gonna kill me. He's from Detroit.
He's from Detroit. Shout out
So
to
he's
Vic.
gonna kill me no matter what I say. But it's okay. It's okay. It's a True Northeast podcast. Correct me if I'm
Learn, teach us.
wrong. No, it's our views.
Oh yeah, it's our views. Yeah, we don't care what you say,
I'm
and we don't fact check. So
I'm fucking with my guy, of course. But no, Sada Baby is a Detroit rapper. He's the name that I've heard of over the last little bit. I didn't check out his music, so based on how he has been presented in the things that I have seen,
it's how you.
I was taking him as kind of like a little bit of a sillier rapper, a Trick Daddy, Ludacris type of the baby in a sense. That's where my mind was originally going. So he came up with a project. This one's called Scuba Sada 2. Even if you look at the artwork, you can kind of get that same he's joking around type of feeling to it. When he started off with track 1, let me just play that. I was kind of like, okay, I guess the assumptions were correct in that sense. This one's called Activated.
I'm so activated.
Niggas time about I'm really activated. The ops ain't on shit cause we on everything. Pull up on me, get your pussy ass decapitated. We ain't worried about nobody or retaliation. Snatch a nigga.
So a little bit funner. I thought it was that little boppy shit, and it
fun.
is that for the most part. But what I will say about this album, I don't really have deep dives for any album that I've listened to. Of course, I just gave it a one-time listen. If it was that fun route the entire way, I was happy.
So it stopped?
I was happy.
Did it stop?
I wouldn't say it stopped.
It changed?
I just felt like the album got progressively better and more serious in some...
Oh, better?
Yeah. Like, I feel like the songs got better as we went along,
Okay.
right? So I'll play a random one off the middle. This one's called, I don't know, it's lame.
Nigga, do something. I'm on the block with about 200. I got new money. Chum got shoe money. M got old money. Wild man got bow money.
It doesn't have the same bop
You know what
as
I mean?
the first one you played.
He's really spitting at this point. And it was funny because as I was listening to the track, there's 11 songs on this one. I got to song 10. I was pretty concluded.
Yeah.
I was like, decent album. I like it.
Good listen.
And then I hear track 11, and I'm like, this might be the best song on the album.
Oh,
so that just spoke again to my point of, as the album progresses, it goes from like fun and good to just good and good to like pretty decent.
Oh, that's solid.
So this one's called 2K20.
Fake them niggas. Last never I whole nigga man, I'm fucking on this cousin. Niggas that I know do other niggas acting like they thuggin'. Boy, you a bitch and a hoe, and you ain't gon' touch me. I was minding my business, doing my thing. Now I'm back on hoe shit. Heat check, nigga. Fuck, keep that nigga. I'm in your baby mama whip. I got the seat back, nigga. She talk.
He sounds so familiar.
Good shit.
But it is, guys.
It's good shit.
I'm going to check this out. Is it on SDPs?
Yes. You mean DSPs?
Yeah, SDPs.
SDPs? Holy fuck. Somehow I knew what you meant. It is on DSPs. It's on Spotify. Scuba Sada 2.
It's a good driving
Deluxe. Again, that one's by Sada Baby. Really good driving music. Good. The sun's got to be out for this one to play.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing on my way home.
The sun has to be out for this one to play. I was thoroughly impressed with it. I will say I'm going to give it some time to maybe grow on me. I feel like it could fit into kind of that subgenre of hip hop that I like.
Yeah.
To some degree. I'm going to give it some time to grow on me. But I did download it. I downloaded it. Gonna follow it. Gonna stay with it. See how it grows on me over time.
Me too.
Sada Baby, Scuba Sada 2 Deluxe. Definitely worth a listen. And a very enjoyable first time listen for sure. I'm going to move on to 075, My Father's Son.
I thought you said your father's son. I was like, wait, what? But that's the name of the album.
My 075 is somebody who I have not listened to.
I thought he came out with something earlier.
I don't recall.
Or that was last year.
I don't specifically.
Someone in the 070 family came out with something.
Shake?
Before that, I think it was 075.
I don't remember.
And you listened to it and you said you liked it.
Probably.
Okay, well,
probably. But no, this one's called My Father's Gun. My apologies. Way different name than My Father's Son. My Father's Gun by 075. Obviously, I listened to 075 because I fuck with 070 Shake. It's like an ASAP Ferg type of thing. Yeah, I mean,
pretty much.
But I listened to it. I didn't really know what to expect. I don't recall listening to 075 in the past. Played the first track. It's called 10 Toes, and it started like this.
Told me protection just come with.
I just got an email from Paint Night, and they're like, "We're doing virtual classes now."
Oh shit!
You gotta shout out the hustle, man. Anyways, let me play this.
But every night I say prayers for my road, dogs. Cause my niggas caught up in this life with distraction and trapping. They never get so, Lord. Every day it get harder to hold on, but we never let go.
Decent little intro.
I like that.
We talk about intros a lot. We talked about intros last week, of course, in our interview with Cage.
Shout out to Cage.
Please go listen to that. Really
Very
good interview. Very enjoyable interview as well.
Fun, a lot of fun.
But we talk about album intros very often. And again, we talked about it with him. This album intro told me I want to go somewhere with this project. The name of it, My Father's Gun. The intro, it just tells me whether it's good or not, I'm intending to go somewhere with this. I'm not just giving you a playlist.
Yeah.
So immediately that kind of drew me in a little bit more.
Okay, that's
I
good.
like those album experiences over the playlist type of experience. And just listening to this, it was just an overall decent listen for me. I was trying to categorize it. I really couldn't. I mean, you heard some of the intro there. There's a few songs that stood out for me. There's one song called Cliff Diving. I'll play a little bit of that.
And while you wide awake, I think I might need more water. Young Pisces had a Taurus. Young Pisces met a Pisces. Capricorn and had a florist. I just love to watch it flourish. Out the cracks of the
Decent little track there. There's another song on here called 100 Bands.
100 bands.
I really like that
bands,
one.
Then he bands.
From that pressure seem to get tighter when the pain come. But I don't crack under pressure, these ain't the same cuts. My war wounds show a diamond in the rough. I ain't have nobody there throughout the times when it was rough.
Decent. And probably my favorite song off of first listen is a song called I Bought a Badu Vinyl.
Did he buy the Badu perfume too?
I would.
I'm definitely not.
Came around and that would set the vibe, and I could see that really, yeah. Time's wasted. Dying, been at war, but this is iron, huh? When I meet the gates, it's when you'll see the God that I am. Ain't perfect, but no denying the energy in my triumph, huh?
Again, decent song there.
Solid rotation.
Again, just decent. Like between the 075, between the Sada Baby, two decent albums. Two albums I can definitely put on shuffle and just enjoy it. Riding down the street or outside or doing some shit.
Back home smoking legal.
Whatever it may be. Meditating. Yeah, I mean, I found two decent projects this week, so I'm very happy with that.
For real.
I would say let's move on, but we have to stop for a second to just appreciate my baby Snoh Aalegra real quick. This one's called Between Us, Division, Snoh Aalegra.
Put your shit between us.
First of all,
that's never how it goes.
Cheat code. Usher, I'm going to tell you what you want to do. Yes, the Summer Walker Tory Lanez formula.
Summer Walker
Division, I see you.
He is from Toronto. Or sorry, they are from
Facts.
Toronto.
I always think it's one person.
I'm just gonna call it he.
Let me start by saying sorry.
Wow. Snoh Aalegra.
One line.
You know it's gonna be hard. Anyways.
Let me start by saying sorry.
Don't say shit that you don't really mean, 'cause that's just on the handle. I love how it was when it was just me and you. They know the truth, so we gon' watch how we move.
I love this for Snoh Aalegra. I just want to mention that. I love the fact that she's expanding her sound. This does not fit in her lane of music at all.
Does not? Well, I don't really know,
but
it doesn't.
Like, this is the most unique beat I've heard Snoh on, in terms of like, you don't fit on this beat. The fuck?
But
she killed it. She smoked it. Shout out to Snoh, and I'm definitely looking forward to what she has to come this decade. If the corona don't take us out.
Yeah, it's not.
But let's end the music potpourri segment. Let's ask that question: what is in your rotation Sir, would
This
you like
would-
me to start it, or would you like to start?
I'll start just because it's gonna be super fast.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I just gotta go back here. So My Turn by Lil Baby.
Okay.
Eternal Take Deluxe, Love is Rage.
Love is Rage. You mean Lil Uzi Vert?
Oh, sorry, yeah, you know what I mean. Love versus the World or whatever it's called. What's it called? Love versus the World 2 by Lil Uzi Vert. Some Planet Cage Volume 1. Shout out to Cage. I'm bumping that shit. I tried bumping more Don Toliver.
Okay.
It's not working for me.
Still not?
It's not working for
Tried.
me.
Listen, you tried.
I
More
did.
than once.
Jack Harlow, Sweet Action.
Yep.
I really like that guy's album.
Haven't got to that yet.
And Aalegra
Okay.
by Buddy.
Yup.
That's literally all I bumped all week
Yup.
because I just haven't been in the mood to bump
Quarantine.
a lot of new shit. I'm not really in the mood to start thinking about music.
I feel
like
you.
That.
I feel you on that.
So what's in your rotation?
My rotation this week pretty much has, for the most part, stayed in one subgenre of hip hop.
Jay-Z.
That being said, of course, I did bump Planet Cage Volume 1.
Let's go.
Again, shout out to Cage, a Toronto rapper. You already know what it is.
Next up.
I bumped Rude Boy by CJ Fly. I bumped The Circus by Mick Jenkins. I bumped Between Us, Snoh Aalegra Division
Aalegra.
multiple times. I bumped Revenge of the Dreamers 3 Director's Cut, obviously again.
Director's
Run the Tape
Cut.
podcast. Salute to Cozy Uchechi. Bumped that one to prepare for the show. I bumped A Written Testimony by Jay Electronica.
I still need to bump that. Actually.
I will say, being on listen number, 2025 at this point, wherever I am, some of it is starting to seep through. In terms of just what Jay Elec is saying. He's saying a lot.
He's spitting?
He's saying a lot. He's spitting. That motherfucker's spitting.
What I heard, and
That's for
correct
sure.
me if I'm wrong, is that Jay-Z did not body him, but did out-rap him. Not saying that Jay Electronica did anything
It's
bad.
Fair. That's fair.
1A.
I'm gonna give you an analogy.
Okay.
Right? If I'm Devin Booker
Okay.
and I'm nasty.
Yes.
I'm nasty.
You're wet with it.
Nasty.
Pause.
And then KD joins my team.
So that's what it was like.
Does that mean D-Book is now trash?
No. That's why I said.
You know what I'm saying? So
trash.
you can say all you want. I mean, I'm not saying you. I'm just saying the listener. You can say all you want. Hove washed. No, Hove is just Hove.
Yeah, but that's
KD
what they said.
is just KD.
They just said that Hove is just better
Book
than
is
him.
still D-Book is still
And
nice.
Hove just like out-rapped him. That's what they said. They didn't say he was bad. They said Hove out-rapped him. Man.
Yeah.
It kind of looked bad on your for not bad.
I would say
but-
Hove was more digestible, and Hove definitely was at a higher level because it's Hove.
Yeah.
It's one of the best ever, probably
But
the
then they
best
said,
ever.
why did he put him almost like put him on every track pretty much?
Well, I'm sure they came to the collective decision together.
Probably.
But anyways, I did bump A Written Testimony by Jay Electronica. Again, like I said, I bumped a little bit of Love vs. the World 2 by Lil Uzi Vert. Again, that's the Eternal Take Deluxe.
Yeah.
I bumped DiCaprio 2 by J.I.D. I bumped The Sun's Tirade by Isaiah Rashad. I bumped Harlan and Alondra by Buddy. Good Kid, Mad City by Kendrick Lamar. And then just the new tracks. So again, my list has been somewhat tight as well. But that's going to end our music potpourri.
That's it.
So let's officially get into this post-potpourri. I think I like that way better than Random Thoughts.
It is way better.
I'm not going to lie to you. Way better. So post-potpourri, of course, it's a random collection of thoughts. And whatever we want to get to, we get to. Whatever we don't want to, we won't. Very first and foremost, I do have to say rest in peace to Roger Mayweather. Roger Mayweather is the uncle of, I'm sure you can probably make the connection with the name, Floyd Mayweather.
I thought it was Mike Tyson.
And he, if you, I don't know how exposed you are to seeing boxing in general on like even social media, for example. But you know the way people do pad work nowadays where it's all flashy and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Floyd and Roger, I'm not going to say the first, but Floyd and Roger were kind of, the Joe Budden TV equivalent of everything that's going on now. You know what I'm saying? Like they were kind of there first. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they were okay.
But no, Roger Mayweather was an amazing trainer, an amazing fighter in and of his own right. The work that he did with Floyd just on the pads is smooth. Just go on YouTube and look it up. Roger Mayweather, Floyd Mayweather training, and just find videos of the pad work that they do together. It's like watching. It's like meditating in a lot of ways. just watching them. So, unfortunate for Floyd Mayweather, he lost, I think, the mother of his children as well.
Oh, damn.
If I'm not mistaken.
I didn't know that.
So just very, very tough times for Floyd Mayweather. And then obviously with all the COVID shit that's going on, just adding to stress of life in general. Definitely. But, rest in peace to Roger Mayweather. And let's, of course, celebrate his life by playing this. Moving on, I mean, obviously, just everything Corona related. There's a few links that we shared here. I don't know if you heard about it, but basically everyone in Parliament, everyone in any kind of powerful position has already sold their stock before this happened.
Yeah. I read about it.
No surprise
I'm not
there.
Surprised, exactly. I'm not even surprised. You act like they're surprised. I'm like, do you not know how this world works? But you think it's fair?
What else I put on here? I put something about karma. The deputy who was sued for the Toronto Raptors.
No, who sued?
Sorry, so Masai Ujiri, obviously, for the Toronto Raptors 2019 championship.
Yes.
There was a deputy there that would not allow him on court the time that we won on Game 6 on Golden State's court. I'm saying the way you don't recognize Masai is beyond me.
Racist.
But the deputy who sued Masai Ujiri after that altercation, he was actually convicted of insurance fraud
a few years ago. Yep.
So that tells you all you need to know.
Just keep that in mind when someone suing.
Keep that in mind. I put the NBA in here for some reason.
I have no idea what that link says.
Oh, the NBA basically said you're allowed to smoke weed.
Pretty much, yeah.
What are your thoughts? What NBA suspends drug testing during hiatus. Is this just a blatant you can smoke weed, guys?
Yes.
Is weed going to be okay in the NBA in the next 3 years, yes or no?
Yes.
I agree.
It's already good and it's already allowed in the NFL.
I
They
agree.
said no more testing for marijuana.
True that. Oh, I didn't know that.
Because they go through too much pain.
No,
they're like, yo, some of us just use it for pain.
It was Thing that explained it very well as well. I know Matt Barnes explained it very well. He's like, listen, whether it's pills, wine, drugs, weed, or tranquilizer, some next shit, pick your vice that you want your player to have.
That's true.
It's weed.
It's true. You rather have to smoke weed than out here doing some other shit.
Exactly. Ben Simmons. Oh, did you see what Ben Simmons said?
About defending?
About defending.
Yep.
Yes.
And how he doesn't think Gobert is Gobert is one of the top defenders in the league because he can't guard 1 to 5.
What do you think? I play ball. I'm looking at guys who can guard 1 through 5, man. Like if you're guarding like.
And Ben Simmons can say that because he's 6'10".
Yeah. He's one of the best defenders
shots
in the league.
off.
Let's not forget
Guards coming to the lane. That's not really like considered guarding in a position. See, like I look at AD. And I think like he's a better defender than Gobert because he can defend like guards at times. Yeah. AD.
This is number 1.
Kawhi. Jimmy Butler.
Yep.
Marcus Smart. Yeah, that's my 5. Joe. AD.
I put Giannis over Kawhi.
You said you picked Giannis over Kawhi? Really?
But I don't have.
You have never played against Kawhi Leonard in the playoffs, then.
Shout out to Toronto.
You have never. Real shit.
You never played Kawhi in the playoffs, then.
Real shit. Did you see this unexpected side effect of COVID-19?
Whether everyone's
planet is growing again, man. The planet is growing again. Levels of nitrogen dioxide pollution fell drastically in parts of Italy, a direct result of the country closing due to COVID-19. The Venetians say that the water has not been this clear in 60 years. Air quality and pollution continues to be clear. And yeah, that's just some refreshing news for your timeline, man.
Shout out.
Refreshing news. So, a little silver lining with that corona.
About to end as soon as the corona ends.
But it won't stop racism.
Definitely not. What's happening now? What is it about black people?
Tori Spelling.
Oh, fuck, I seen that. McQuinisha.
It's like, my days are kept inside. Sorry, the days are kept inside. We have to get creative. Hati, who's a Kiati. No, it's a joke. It's her daughter. I'm not doing that.
Who's a kid? She's 8 years old.
Hati has become Maquisha with her Cheeto extension nails. And she's wearing a green bandana with Cheetos on her nails, trying to look like the imagery of what is the black woman.
No, it's what they think of black.
What they think. You're right.
What they think.
You're right.
That's what we're trying to teach them. That, yo, just because what you see on TV is not what everyone looks like. It's what they think a black person looks like. And get that thought out of your head.
Pretty pathetic.
Why couldn't she have said, yo, that's my girl. She turned to Ashley.
pretty pathetic
wrong with
in a
that?
lot of motherfucking ways.
Put Jamar Lee's GoFundMe here.
Your boy Jamar Lee. That guy needs his own television show.
Yo,
man.
he is. He's hilarious, man.
Do you think this is Canadian content for our listeners? So we're talking about Big Brother Canada.
Big Brother Canada,
because there is a Canadian version of every
my
show, and sometimes the Canadian version is better than the United States version.
It actually was up until this last season.
And we'll get there.
This season's pretty bad.
Do you think he gets listeners, we're sorry. Do you think he gets his own show?
No.
Or not his own show, sorry. Do you think he has something that he does, whether it's a YouTube?
No.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Really?
I don't think so.
If I'm him, I'm getting some.
You should, but I don't
I'm
think
doing
so.
some.
Oh, I believe you, but I just don't think
Really?
so.
Damn.
He does have a big following, though, outside of the house. He got a huge following.
What you mean?
Like, everyone just loves him. Like as soon as they found out he got ejected, that's why another guy got ejected. So I don't know if you heard.
I didn't know about that.
But there was another guy that pretty much like egged him on into making him get ejected, and everyone found out that Jamar got evicted, everyone just went on Twitter and pretty much just said the other guy Kyle needs to get evicted. And then on the episode, they're like, yeah, Kyle got ejected, not evicted, ejected as well. So shout out to Jamar.
This guy's a true Big Brother fan.
So damn straight, I've been watching it from everything. I watch it every day.
Damn.
Well, not every day, but I watch it when it's on TV 3 times a week.
A moment ago, I said that sometimes the Canadian version is better than the United States version.
You did?
Right. I think about Family Feud.
You do?
Now, on one end, how dare I? That's Family Feud. You know what I'm saying? Remember the fat guy hosted, when Drew Carey hosted? No, Drew Carey was what was it? Wheel of Fortune or Price is Right or some shit?
Mm-hmm.
But Family Feud Canada, there was a Jamaican family on there. And everyone knows Family Feud at this point. So I'm going to just play, how does Family Feud Canada sound? And how does Family Feud Canada sound with a Jamaican on there introducing his family?
Play that shit.
Wagwan, Jerry. Well, hear me now, Jerry. We are the Reed family. And we're there to sauce up the thing, everybody.
Sauce up the thing, everybody.
Right now, right here, sir, you have my daughter Cassandra.
Right here, sir.
Then my daughter Stephanie.
My daughter, my other daughter.
I was dying.
Felicia.
Over there, sir.
And over the end right there, sir, yeah, see why? My son Justin. And together, we're there to represent Brampton and Jamaica. You know the biggest way.
Brampton and Jamaica.
I got a message for you on over there, sir. We come to tear down the house. Yeah!
And in true Canadian fashion, the opposing team is clapping for them as they see this. Wow, we're not around many Jamaicans in Regina, Saskatoon.
Oh, yeah, it's in Saskatoon.
I had to be politically correct there.
I have a few things.
Yeah, please go ahead.
New system in Toronto will allow you to text 911 and eventually be able to send them videos and pictures.
Okay.
Just something to think about. And I had one more thing. Blueface, how much do you think he sold? Last week he dropped Find the Beat.
20,000?
You will be wrong. He sold 200. I'm playing. He sold 12,000.
12,000. Yeah, his time came and left.
Yeah, he was a gimmick. Your gimmick got over with it.
Time came and left.
That's all I had.
Jameis Winston is out of Tampa Bay. Tom Brady is in Tampa Bay.
Yep. They actually think Jameis Winston waved him now?
Well, yeah, I'm just looking at that 4 hours ago. He says goodbye to Tampa. I don't know if it's a wave or what.
I have something here from Drake.
Lil Nas X just came out with one with Lil Uzi Vert.
A song?
Yeah, it's called Don't Want It, featuring Lil Uzi Vert.
Oh shit, that's gonna be hard.
Snippet, 19 minutes ago. Let's see how this sounds.
Is it
we got Rick rolled. We got Rick rolled. We got Rick rolled by Lil Nas X. That was good. That was good. Shout out to Lil Nas X, man.
Hey, Panini.
Wow, it was 1 hour of Panini. It literally said 1 hour Panini nonstop.
Okay, I have a video here. It's Drake talking to his dad about taking the coronavirus test. Just listen to what he says.
I had to do a test the other day, huh? What, the corona? Yeah, I had to do a test, but it came back negative though. But yo, that test is uncomfortable though. They put that Q-tip all the way inside your thoughts and shit. I had to do.
Because you guys didn't hear, he just said they put the Q-tip all the way inside your thoughts because they put it up your nose. Damn. I just thought it was funny the way he said that.
That's craziness. I think that's gonna be it for Potpourri.
Yeah, I got nothing else. Oh, sorry.
Chris Paul got a message from the president of the NBA.
They ain't paying them after April 1st.
Is that what he said?
Man, know everybody trying to make sense of life right now with the situation and the circumstances that we have going on, and I'm not here to tell anybody how to live their life.
Not gonna lie, I don't care enough to wait.
Right. I was looking at that.
I'm gonna say, cue the music. Because with that being said, that will bring us to the end, the unfortunate end of another episode of the True North Views podcast. It is the first episode in quarantine mode, episode 98.
Even though we're not in quarantine technically.
Somehow, that is true.
Toronto ain't on lockdown.
Somehow, some way, we managed to get a full show out for you guys.
We did.
So if you appreciate that,
please.
And if you've made it to this point, please just do one thing for us.
One thing.
Continue that conversation by telling a friend to tell 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 a friend. You already know what it is. 6 degrees of separation. Now, this is probably the first episode that my water has made it to the end of the episode. He almost dropped it.
Got it.
All over his laptop. Check our YouTube if you want to see our current water levels. You got to find a way to check our YouTube, right?
Oh, yeah.
If you want to see our current water levels.
Check how much water we drank.
Check our YouTube.
To see how I almost dropped the water on my laptop.
Did we actually drink every 20 minutes?
Did we?
Did we keep our throat moist? Pause.
Were we hydrated?
Did you break your laptop with the water?
Oh no, my laptop might be broken with the water. How will I know
or may not have happened
YouTube video?
That you are gonna have to check our YouTube.
You probably would.
You know what I'm saying? Now, as usual, I go by the name of Harris.
Y'all know me, the Skirt Master, Mr. Triple Double No Assist himself, stealing 70 mil from the TTC. I hopped that turnstile. I went to the NBA championship parade that I won. You can call me just Shola. And as usual, we're good.
Speaking of as usual, if the season does end, we are 2020 champs as well. Keep that in mind. Please,
do we get a banner?
Just tell them we don't, but no one does. And our banner is the longest banner ever. Think about it like
enough.
That. Tell them that number one rule, please.
Wash your hands.
Yes. 20 seconds. You got to do the surgeon method. Regular hands. Then the top, then that top, then get in, then do your thumb, then palm it, then rinse.
Then wash your face, and then jump off the bottom. Play.
Damn.
I got you deep.
Damn.
Yo, stay safe out there. Wash your hands, and watch out for the wastemans with corona.
Yeah, watch out for the motherfucking wastemans. Watch out for that Roni. Watch out for the Ronas.
The
Americans say Roni. Toronto people say Ronas.
You got the Ronas?
Got the Ronas?
Yeah, Ronas
please,
on lock.
Stay safe at this time.
Please.
Stay responsible. Wash your hands. No large gatherings. Be responsible.
Yes.
That's it.
You're responsible for your own health.
That's all I'm going to say.
No one else is.
True North Views Podcast, episode 98. Peace.